Life survives by sensing change and staying balanced. Hello and welcome. I am Mark from Mentivia, and today I will explain how living organisms interact with their environment through two vital processes: response to stimuli and homeostasis. We'll explore how organisms detect external or internal changes and react in ways that promote survival, from simple reflexes to complex regulatory systems. Homeostasis ensures that internal conditions like temperature, pH, and hydration remain within narrow limits, even as the outside world fluctuates. Together, these traits form a responsive and resilient framework that defines what it means to be alive. First, let's delve into responding to stimuli. A stimulus is essentially any change in an organism's environment, whether internal or external, that triggers a reaction. This fundamental trait is crucial for survival, enabling organisms to find food, avoid predators, reproduce, and adapt to constantly shifting conditions. Imagine a plant growing towards sunlight. That's a response to an external stimulus. Stimuli aren't just external. Many originate from within the organism itself. These internal cues are vital for regulating bodily functions. For instance, the feeling of hunger or thirst prompts an animal to seek food or water. Pain signals damage, leading to protective actions. Changes in hormone levels can trigger growth or reproductive cycles. These internal signals ensure the body's needs are met and its internal state is managed. Conversely, external stimuli come from the world outside the organism. Think about how plants bend towards light, a phenomenon called phototropism. Animals react to changes in temperature by seeking shade or shivering. Sounds can alert a deer to a predator, and chemical cues help insects find mates or food. These responses allow organisms to effectively navigate and interact with their external surroundings. The ways organisms respond are incredibly diverse. Plants exhibit tropisms, which are growth responses, like roots growing downwards due to gravity, known as gravitropism. Microorganisms and some animals show taxes, directed movements towards or away from a stimulus. For instance, bacteria moving towards a food source is chemotaxis. Animals have rapid, involuntary reflexes, like blinking, and more complex behavioral responses such as migration or courtship rituals. Physiological responses involve internal adjustments, like sweating to cool down. Now, let's shift our focus to homeostasis, a truly remarkable characteristic of life. Homeostasis is the ability of an organism to maintain a stable internal environment despite constant changes in its external surroundings. Think of it as the body's internal thermostat, constantly making adjustments to keep conditions just right. This dynamic equilibrium is absolutely essential because cellular processes and enzymes function optimally only within very narrow ranges of temperature, pH, and chemical concentrations. Without it, life simply couldn't persist. The maintenance of homeostasis involves a sophisticated feedback system, commonly a negative feedback loop. It begins with a stimulus, any deviation from a set point, like your body temperature rising. This change is detected by a receptor, such as temperature sensors in your skin. The receptor then sends this information to a control center, often in the brain, which processes the data and determines the appropriate response. Finally, the control center signals an effector, like sweat glands or muscles, to carry out the action that corrects the deviation and brings the system back to normal. Negative feedback loops are ubiquitous in biology. Consider body temperature. If it rises, your hypothalamus, the control center, activates sweat glands effectors to cool you down. If it drops, muscles shiver to generate heat. Another excellent example is blood glucose regulation. After a meal, blood glucose levels rise, stimulating the pancreas to release insulin, which lowers glucose. If glucose levels fall too low, the pancreas releases glucagon, which raises them. These continuous adjustments ensure vital variables remain within a narrow, life-sustaining range. In conclusion, the ability to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis are fundamental pillars of life. Responding to stimuli allows organisms to interact dynamically with their ever-changing environment, while homeostasis provides the crucial internal stability needed for all biological processes to function correctly. Together, these characteristics highlight the incredible adaptability and resilience of living systems, enabling them to survive, thrive, and evolve on our planet. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep expanding your knowledge, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to stay connected and never miss new content. For even more free educational resources, head over to mentivia.com. your hub for videos, e-learnings, and articles across science, history, and beyond.